In honor of the halftime show, I'm going to draw a little something for Bad Bunny in appreciations. Enjoy.
¡Santos cielos! ¡Quiero perrear! ¡Quiero perrear!
So this is going to be like a P.O.V style, basically, of like, this is what I see when I'm drawing. It's like versus these allow for mistakes. These do not. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna start over. I'm gonna stay right here. And we're gonna do like the simple Bad Bunny logo. And basically what I'm gonna do is do the little line, the little circle, and just leave it there. Okay, there's this little space right here. There's like a little space in there. And then there's a little space over here too. Again, the point is for you to draw, not for you to draw perfectly, for you to just draw. And here I kind of started like doing like a little, you know, but if I mess it up or whatever, I can fix it. Because I'm doing like a soft line, so we're gonna do that. And then here, same thing. There's still room for mistakes, not bad. And then the bunny area is like a little, it is a little curvy, I'd say, like right there. It's a little curvy. Okay. I feel like that's good. And then this little area kind of stays like that. Now the bunny face is like in the middle of the thing, so I'm just gonna eye it out. And this is the mouse. Maybe I made the mouth a little bit too big, but that's all right. And then the little cross, it's like towards the end. It's smaller, but it's towards the end, you know. And like I said, because I started with like a lighter line, I think it's easier to override my mistakes. So we're working fast basically. And then here would be like the Bad Bunny thing. And that's it. Now this is the overall little bunny, right? A few mistakes that I think I made is this would be a little bit closer. And then here, I guess I can. I hope y'all don't mind this style. It's very P.O.V. It's a very P.O.V. style of drawing, I think. Kind of made it a little too thick, but that's alright. I don't really mind. Yeah, I don't really mind. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay. This is kind of because of the Super Bowl as well. There, we're just gonna leave it there. And we're gonna do the same thing with here, but I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner, just a little bit, because I kind of went berserk over there, just to guide myself. And then I guess here, yeah, I'll use that. It's like a telltale sign. of where to stop my lines. I'm doing through the camera too, so it's not the easiest thing, but I'm having a lot of fun. Let's see right there. As always, we kind of start with like a warm-up, and then we go into the bigger drawing. It's a cute little warm-up. It's a little warm-up moment. So you can take your time, you can make it more perfect or whatever you want to do. But this is what I want to do right now. Okay, now this is a little bit fluffier. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these first. I'm going to do these first. And then I'm going to make the head. Yeah. This is a little smaller. So maybe I will, like I said, I will try to make it smaller than I did. Gotta breathe. All right. And though it's a POV shot of me drawing, it's still tricky. Alright, could have been cuter. It's a little longer and a little bit skinnier, but it's okay. And then we're just gonna, I'm gonna make this a little bigger actually. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna add to that one, but I am gonna add to here a little bit. Try to make it a little better. Okay. That I can live with. Not too bad. And then if I wanted to, I could add more color here. But, you know, that's up to whoever wants to do this. If you wanna add color, if you want to make it more perfect, that will be up to you. Me though, I'm just gonna do this. I think it's like 4 colors in there. Probably should add more on the bottom. And then, yeah, it's a little bit more filled on this side. Anything. Okay. But yeah, like you can add whatever you want on there. I think actually it's like a little bit further up, like that. And it's cute. I'm gonna sign it. Anyways, that's that. It's cute. Let's move on. Let's see. we're gonna start on the edge of his head. I'm not counting the hair yet, but if I were, I would do this just to like have like a little tiny thing. And then I'm not focusing so much on the ears either, but if I did, I would just do that, just loose. But I am focusing on like the edge of his face, and it's literally just that, just this, because as of right now, I don't know how long I'm gonna make his face. I don't know where we're going yet with this drawing, but all I want to emphasize, it's light stroke. At least it's how I do things. Now I'm not gonna worry about the hat, okay, because I still don't know like where we're gonna do things or how we're gonna do things. So what I will do though is like, maybe you see this is the top of the face over here, there's a shadow here, there's a shadow, and we're not gonna worry about it, but I'm just gonna make a mention that like this is a shadow, okay. And then there's the hat. So the hat goes over the hair, and the hair, I said it was like right there, right? So the hat goes over the hair a little bit like that, and then it kind of breaks up like this. Again, I'm not gonna worry about it yet. Now the edge of the face right here where his head is, I'm trying to decide how big I'm gonna make his face. I want to make his face kind of proportionate, so like the line right here, I'm just gonna what is going on? I'm just gonna randomly make a line and see what I think. Here I'm like, okay, I like that. There's a shadow again, there's a shadow still, and then there's a little hat area. I think this is good. Right here is the hat. And then that means that since this is the hat, I can go ahead and make the little line for the hat. There's a little hat. And then I can do that. I can close the hat. So this is the hat. In proportion of the face, I'm like, okay, the hat is pretty big. Okay, but it's also his hair and the shadow. So now I must decide. I have the hat, I have the face right here, the shadow, whatever. Okay. And then I have the hair. This is the hair. So I decided that the edge of the face ends here. And then this is a really awkward angle for me, but this is the face. And then since it's the hair, that means the edge of the face ends right here. There's the glasses. We're gonna do like a little bridge for the glasses. And then the face as well. It's there. So this is where the face ends. And then the little cheek over here. This little cheek, we can go lower. And then like a little crease right there for the little jaw area. And then his jaw is not so sharp. It is kind of round, but not too much. So I'll leave it there. Make a little indent for the lips. And I know it looks messy right now. We're gonna work on that. The lips. The top lip is a little skinnier than the bottom. There's the mustache area, his little mustache, and then his nose. Not too far, not too close, but it's there. A little shadow for the nose. We keep going. And then this is where the glasses are. They're kind of covering his face. We're gonna do like a little thing for the glasses. We're gonna make the glasses right now, actually, before we get any further. Make sure we get those glasses down. I made the glasses a little bit bigger, but that's because also I don't know exactly where everything is yet. But that's why it's really important, at least to me, to make light strokes, like really light lines. Like these are not my permanent lines. I'm just anticipating where everything's gonna be, where I think everything's gonna be. So the eyebrows are a little lower, actually, like that. We're gonna do we're gonna make these eyebrows, and his eyebrows are a little round. So I'm keeping that in mind. Okay, and then here we gather the hair area. So if this is the eyebrows and that's the shadow right there, I'm not gonna fill that in yet because I need to figure out where his ears are. So I'm gonna move on from the glasses. So if the glasses are here, that means his ears are behind like that. That means his one ear ends here, and where the nose is, it's a little higher than the nose. So the nose ends here, the ears end here. And they're not too out either, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Same with this side, the ears are kind of a little higher. So we're just gonna draw the glasses, and then I'm just gonna do the ears a little bit like that. They're small-ish. I don't know where the hair is because it's not a clear picture. So we're gonna move on from that for now. I think the hat's gonna be a little smaller than that, but we'll see. So here's the face, here's the hat, the hair, kind of. Now this is a shadow, his chin shadow. So we're gonna be really light with this, and I'm just gonna make sure I write a note for the shadow. This is the shadow. And there's a shadow on his jaw yet, right here, but we don't really know where it is. We're just estimating. So his mustache area is right here. We're just gonna pretend that the little line on his like jacket and like the neck area, right, it goes out a little bit and it kind of moves towards the mustache. So we're just gonna follow the mustache line a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. And then here there's a gap between the shirt and the neck. There's a little gap, and the shadow seems to be a little longer actually. So we're gonna make a little note of that. So there's that. I guess we can keep going, and it's kind of flat. It's not completely down, it's kind of flat. So it's like right here, it goes flat. Okay. And then here there's a shadow still over here for the chin, the jaw. But here it goes straight, almost straight down a little bit. It goes sort of straight down. And then here too, on the shoulder, there's a little bit of shadow, but it's like right here. It's like kind of close, the edge of the shirt goes kind of close to the face and just goes down, sort of like that, just down. Yeah, there's that. Okay, next part. If I were to draw this from the start, I would first of all concentrate on the eyebrows. I would start at the eyebrows now with a more educated guess on what to do. He's got a little bit of like an uni, like a uni. You can see like the slight shadow of a unibrow. So I'm gonna try to shadow this part of his face, not too much, just a little bit. And then he does have kind of like straight but bushy and skinny thick eyebrows, if that makes sense. So like a little bit of like a skinny thick eyebrow, not too thick, not too round either, not too curved. Like it's just like a, you know, kind of straight. I might have made it even thicker than I needed to, but that's okay. I'm gonna figure this out. And it does lower like that. It goes lower this way. Then there's a shadow here to where his eye, the glasses and the eyes meet. So I'll do that. Kind of went a little harder there as well, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it too much right now. So these are the shades, okay? And then the shades go kind of down here. There is a rim to them, but it's very small. And we're going to use the glasses as our guide. That's what we're going to do. The glasses kind of square a little bit, not too much. they're pretty straight and they're very skinny, and they kind of go past his eyes, a little bit past his face. But again, I'm not really sure yet where his features are, so we're just gonna do that for now. They're near his ears, I know that for sure. And then where his face ends, it's sort of like they're within the length of the face. So I'll do this, and then the little glass moment right there. Now we can fill this in. I'm gonna fill this in. I am gonna fill this in, and then I'm just gonna shade around here, kind of to distract from our mistakes that we might have made. Right there. And then shade some more. Okay. And then on the bottom as well, I'm gonna shade this way. Nice. Here it's a little see-through. It is. So I'm gonna leave it alone. And I still feel like they're a little more curved. A little bit. They're a little pointy up here, which is why I think they go outside of the face quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe like this. A little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna bother too much, and that's the eyelid moment. Now I'm gonna make this eyebrow a little bit thicker in a little bit. We'll see. There's a shadow here where the glasses are. I'm gonna leave that there. Make sure that's a thing. And his face, it's sort of like chiseled in a little. It's not a face that's like, it's weird. It's like flat, but it's chiseled in. I hope that makes a little bit of sense as I'm drawing it. It's like flat, but it's chiseled in. Okay. There's a little bit of stuff, what is that called? Like hair texture right here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So far so good. We have some of his face on paper. A little bit of the shadow, a little bit of the eyes. Here, I feel like his nose is pretty straight. So his eyebrow is like a little bit after, like it's a little bit after that area. And the glasses as well, they're here. Those are there. But his nose is slightly shadowed right there. There's space right there. And then his forehead is kind of like, it ends right here. It's like shaped that way. I'm gonna kind of do the little shade underneath the hat. Not too much, just a little bit, because I need to figure out his face. I've never drawn him before. Like, I have no idea what like how this is gonna end up. Maybe I might draw it again, I don't know. But I think he has a very recognizable face, so it should be easier to draw him. but I can't say that I've drawn her before. Maybe I just forgot, but I don't know. So that's his face right there. Maybe I could wait to make his nose. I'm gonna wait for his nose a little bit. I want to focus on his mustache area. So I'm gonna leave some space for the mustache. I think I'm gonna do it like right here. I'm gonna leave this alone. And I'm just gonna lightly start working on his mustache, like very lightly, because I'm still not very secure on where things are gonna go for him over here. I don't want him looking nothing like himself, you know. So right now we're just gonna lightly work on his mustache. Make sure it's somewhat symmetrical as well. I feel like his face, his eyebrow, I don't like what I did, so I'm gonna try and mimic his eyebrow more. If I have to darken it, I will. But I think every stroke matters here. Yeah, a little shorten his eyebrow. And I'm sure it'll come up. It'll come out better as I work on it. But for now, I'm not too sure of if I like what's going on. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna keep working on his face. I'm gonna keep working on his face and see what happens. Okay, maybe if I do the other eye, maybe I will be a little bit happier with what's going on here. I mean, so far it's not too bad, especially if I'm trying to just teach the process of how to maybe start getting better at drawing faces. I mean, it's also another thing too where I could draw with a pencil and like save myself problems or save myself the trouble. But I don't want to, because this is just how I do things. And I love making mistakes when it comes to this. Because then also, like, if I do end up, or when I do end up making art that is pretty close to what I'm trying to achieve here, it's very rewarding knowing that I did it just like this. It is very rewarding, more rewarding than anything else. So I don't mind. Okay. The line for the hair. Here's the shadow where the head is, and then where the hair shadow starts as well. Kind of cuts into here. It's close to his eyebrow. There's not a lot of space. I'm gonna leave it like this. This is good. And then here, I'm gonna leave it like that too. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not super convinced, but that's fine. Benito, he'll turn out fine anyway. The little eyelid moment. I think this was supposed to be a little bit lower, but like I said, it's fine. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out. It's not terrible. I'm gonna fill this Sun. Fill this in. And then fill that in as well. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. Okay, so there's that. His face is gonna be longer from what I see here. I'll make his face a little longer. Okay. Okay. And then here, the glasses again. I think they'll go like this, right? The glasses. And then I'm gonna leave some space here because actually there's a shadow there on his face, and his face goes out more than what I thought. Where the nose is, I think that's where it starts curving down. So there's a little bit of curving down moment there. And here, where the mustache is, I'm gonna keep doing that thing where he's doing this, and it's not too low. Actually, his mustache kind of curves a little bit. It's not too low. Yeah, it's like only a little bit. It goes like that. And then maybe here. It's not too much. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it alone right there. Yeah, and then down. I guess this is where I can recover it. So there's some chin hair right there. I'm gonna try my best to mimic some of this hair. Before I get too excited about it, I need to work on the lip. So if the hair is here, I'm gonna do, so the nose is there. His lips are only a little bit longer than his nose, but not really. So it's there. The curve of his lip is right there and there. Same with this. Hopefully you guys don't mind. My camera is in and out of what it's supposed to do. But anyways, should probably a setting or something I can work on. Yeah, so his lips, like I said, they're kind of thin on the top. Not by much, but they are kind of thin. Let's see. Like that. Not too bad. And the bottom is thick. Okay, but yeah, the bottom is thick. His lip is thick on the bottom. I say like that. Yeah, it like matches his nose. Like that. I'm gonna leave it like this. But then the chin area, there's a lot of shadow on the chin area. I think his lip is probably bigger than that actually, but it's fine. We're gonna leave it here. Do the hair right there, and then start working on his little chin strap right here. Little chin moment, because the chin is not too big, but it's not too small. Maybe halfway point to where I officially kind of made it, but his face is skinny. It's so confusing. His face is skinnier than I think, but at the same time, it's because he's got shadow. It's like round, but sharp. It's hard for me to explain. Oh shit, I think I fucked it up. It's okay. Let's see. Now maybe I can add some more to his mustache. Make it darker. And then do want to work on his on his ears. I can't really see what's going on with the ear area, but all I know is that it ends right here. And this is fine, because he does have small ears. And then here. Okay. Now I want to work on the hair. He has really curly Puerto Rican hair. So we'll do that first. Okay. We're going to do a few curls, a few waves. I'm going to focus on the hair that comes out of the hat first. And this one's a little bit longer. We say be like around here, probably. Yeah, like around there. Jump to here. Now that we know where that is. And then I am going to try to close in on the face, because the shadow's there, but the shadow is really what it's going to determine what happens here. Okay. Okay. And then the hat, the little area here. I think I feel good with making it kind of messy now that we have everything else. Have more pen over here. Okay. Let me adjust a little bit. So here. It's working on the shadows of his face. His eyebrow area is like a little closer. And his nose as well. He has some shadows around his nose. He's got, if you think about it, he's kind of got a sharp nose. There. Okay. A little bit of the hat area. It's over here. On this side, it's over here. And on this side is over here. And we'll just kind of make it here. Okay. And the shadow of the hat can carry on this side. It's kind of like a very dark shadow, I'd say. Okay. And the hair, I'm gonna keep going with the hair. It comes out and it's really dark. So we're just doodling the hair. It's over here too, underneath the hat. It's got really curly hair. But the thing is, like, the illustration doesn't really show me much of what's going on with the bottom. Over here is just the shadow. So I'm trying my best. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna carry on over here. And the hat ends there. This area. Sharpening the hat. Of course. Because I still don't know how I feel about this style of video, but we'll see what results it gets me. And then there's the little hat over here. It's not too big. It's kind of flat, actually. Now that I think about it, it's kind of flat on the top. And then it's got the little palm trees. I think there's one more over here and one more over here. I think. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm missing one more. And the little palm tree. And then another little palm tree. Kind of made it a little bit bigger than it needed to be, but it's fine. I feel like I could have left them just like that, but we're not. I'm gonna be extra, like I always am. Even though it's okay. It's literally fine. Okay. That's good. And a little shadow here. A little shadow there. A little shadow here and everywhere. Alright. What does it say? Saint Barth? Oh, it's a sharp A. Okay. Oh. Saint. Oops. West Indies. I honestly don't know where that is. It's a lowercase e, I think. Yeah, it's lowercase e and then big T for whatever reason, but that's all right. We don't question. We just do it because that's what the hat wants to do. And then again, it is on purpose, but I don't know. I don't like what it says, the hat, but I guess. we're just gonna fill this in. I mean, I'm not super dissatisfied with it. Am I super satisfied with it? No, but I'm not super dissatisfied. Bad Bunny, which he really is a good bunny. Bad Bunny from, I'm gonna put the date on here. February, what's today's date? I don't know, but it is 2026. Cute. Nice. And it is a Thursday. Nice. Hehe. Alright. I hope you like this. I still don't know how I feel about this style of video, but this is what we got. Cheers, mate. Peace.
First time here? Yeah. Okay, so I'm and I only do collections.
Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.